Born. Testicles help produce him. The egg is waiting for the spiritual moment. Divine nutrients sent through her umbilical cord. Perverted man examine her while touching her stomach. He comes out of the womb and enters into an unknown world. The mother is waiting for him to breathe his first breath. Nothing but pain, torture, and hurt in his future. Things are starting to happen. It's war, shadow governments, new world order, hydrofracking. We have to pay for water and air. So, little brown baby, why did you want to come here? Unmanned drones protecting the borders. Margaret Sanger, the first abortionist. If you get sick, you have to pay the clinic lots of money if you don't have health insurance. Tell me this, what are you going to do? Because we asked, what would Jesus do? And he told the truth. Believe. So speak, little brown boy, speak and forever give us peace. I am Langston 2092. Born in a day of the apocalypse, the revealing. I'm the ghetto bastard. Cheese eggs and collard greens. South mixed in with pig penis and midtown rat infested hot dogs. I'm the McDonald's diet with quarter water drinks. Down south projects and dirt roads. The long forgotten. Great brain unused rotten. I'm the phoenix that never made it out of his ash. They consider me less than white trash. I'm the black market, overdue bills falling out my back pockets. The graffiti, pencil, poetic writer. I'm the epitome of God. Do you understand? You will know that there's a God within me. See seeds of energy, then tell me my identity. Take my words and turn them into your daily bread. Feed them to the children, but remember what I said. You shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. Can you see I'm the present, past, and future? My words are important. Vortex open. I'm back. In the new world, 2022 is the past. I'm in the present in order to help change the future. Time is short. I'm watching it tick and tock on my wrist. Sit down in a lotus position and listen. I have a story to tell. And it goes like this. So what you heard was an excerpt from the book that I wrote called Love in Apocalyptic Times. I'm going to put it out. Just got to get a team, this is my third book that I'm going to put out. So the first two books that I put out, I didn't have a marketing and advertising team. I didn't have a manager, and I had none of that. You know what I'm saying? I was just straight from the streets, like just selling it like it was weight. You know what I mean? Like, no lie, I was selling my books like a hustler. I wasn't business minded at all. And it was a complete failure. I mean, I made my money back and then some. But for the most part, I was unsuccessful at my goal, and my goal was being like a big time author. So this go around, I have the book already done. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, I gotta like get a team, because I really want this book to go somewhere. Which brings me to this point. I've always been the voice for the voiceless. You understand? And I've never had a problem with that. Never at all. I know that people, have to do what they have to do on their daily basis. You know what I'm saying? Like some people have, kids. Most people have jobs. Most people have other things to do. And that's the reason why a lot of the things that's going on, in America as well as around the world is going on, as far as dictatorship and, mind control and all the rest of that stuff, because people are preoccupied with other things that's, important, such as responsibilities. So someone such as myself that has basically been, unplugged. We all to a certain degree have been assimilated. You know what I'm saying? We have assimilated into the system. But someone such as myself, I'm not as assimilated as others. I was part of a cult, for at least about 15 to 20 years. And within those 15 to 20 years, man, we studied all types of religions, definitely the three major monotheistic religions, being Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. We also studied, Egypt, Kemet. We also studied the ancient Sumerians, all types of different cultures, We got into mysticism, white magic, black magic, you name it. I've studied about Madame Blavatsky and what's your man's name? I forgot his name. I just mentioned him the other day. Man, the do or die will. That dude. It'll come to mind. You know what I'm saying? I've studied some of everything. And in that cult, we were supposed to save souls. And in reality, we didn't. If you're not familiar with a guy named Dr. Malachi York, this guy was the leader of the cult that I was part of at one point in time. Now he's doing 135 years. Aleister Crowley, that's his name. Do or die will. Let me go back to what I was saying. Now he's serving 135 years because he got caught, touching children. So I've always been an advocate reader, before me being part of that cult. And then once I became part of the cult, it just enhanced everything. You know what I'm saying? I remember in high school, because I went to a predominantly white school. I remember in high school, we read plays like Macbeth, Romeo and Juliet, books like Lord of the Flies, The Scarlet Letter, The Crucible. What else, man? It was so many. Frankenstein, written by Mary Shelley. And for those that never read the original story of Frankenstein, please, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's all about, to make the long story short, it's all about this guy. He's in college, and he puts, he goes to the graveyards, and he takes, different body parts and puts it together. And Frankenstein is actually highly intelligent in the book. It's one of my most favorite books, man. And it's crazy because you would think if you were to see me in the streets, man, he don't look like he read. But yo, man, I am highly intelligent. You know what I'm saying? I love to read. I love to learn new words. I love to learn new things. And then, once I learn those things, I don't like the teaching thing. I don't like to be a teacher. I don't like to say I teach or I school and do none of that. No, what I am is I'm an observer of life, and I'm able to observe life and give it to people in the most simplistic form. You know what I'm saying? A way. And I mean, I've been doing that for years. You know what I'm saying? And up until now, it's I've enjoyed it. But now it's like, wow, you got to be kidding me. The tables have definitely turned, to the point where, for those that looked at the last video, you can see how I've grown tired of the United States, because it's never been a moment in time where the truth really hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's never been like, I've lived, so many years on this planet, and I can't even recall it ever being a time where the truth was just extremely bad. But it is, and I mean, in the past, it's been bad. You've seen leaders like John F. Kennedy, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and the list goes on, go against this shadow government. You know what I'm saying? And their plans, and look at what happened to them. You know what I'm saying? When they spoke up. So yeah, man, it's a real moment in time where, which is so crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the age of the Aquarius, so to speak, where information is out there. You know what I'm saying? And it's at the tip of your fingers. You could type in any and everything that I'm talking about, and anyone else that you hear that speaks the truth or knowledge. But at the same time, people are silenced, or people are treated, the truth seekers, the people that's out there telling the truth, are damned, or they're ostracized. And that's crazy to me. But what keeps me from stopping is, and I don't want to give out race. I'm tired of giving out race, because race don't make a goddamn difference. It really doesn't. Whether you're white or black, we are all we're all one. Like there's one, the 1% controls this world. So guess what? The 99%, the 99%, we all in this together. And what the 1% does oftentimes to separate the 99% from one another is to put in race. Race. And in all actuality, it doesn't make a difference. You know what I'm saying? Because we all are one. So I came across a, I don't want to say a young man. You know, I don't know what your age was, but, you know, I guess middle-aged man early this morning before I went to the Y. If you're looking, you know, much respect to you. I was coming out of Harris Teeter because I forgot to get my lemons for my lemon water. So as I'm coming out of Harris Teeter, I heard somebody say, hey, hey, hey. And I'm like, you know, you're automatically going to look back. He's like, yo, I love your videos, man. I love your videos. And I'm going to say race for the sake of this conversation. Just hear me out. I'm going to tell you why. It was a Caucasian guy, and it fucked me up. Now, don't get it twisted. I've had other Caucasian people, you know, come up to me and say, man, I love your videos. I love what you're doing or whatever. But this guy didn't, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful at all. This guy didn't look like he would look at someone such as myself. And that guy is part of what motivates me to continue to do these type of videos. Because there's no race when it comes to the truth. There's no race when it comes to people wanting to take care of their family. There's no one race when it comes to people loving and caring for one another. You understand? So that is what motivates me, the people. But it's been several times that I wanted to just say, hey, man, forget about it. You know what I'm saying? Because in this particular game, man, you don't get thousands of subscribers, thousands upon thousands of subscribers, unless, you know, and that's up for you all to do. You share it. You know what I'm saying? But you don't get, I'll say this in pop culture, you don't get like millions of views and subs, like, you know, like a Nicki Minaj or, you know, like an entertainer, you know, someone that's rapping or singing, you know, that's entertaining you. While the powers that be, that powers that be are the men that sit behind the curtain are doing what they're doing. You see, what they fail to tell you is that, you know, the Congress, they're passing laws while we're asleep without us knowing. You understand? Like this is like real. And we definitely need to be up on things because the government is molding and shaping our children's future. You see, I'm old now. I've lived my life. But I definitely want to be alive to see my children have children and live a happy and successful life. You know what I'm saying? Now, some of you all may say, you know, the solution is the power of the vote. And to a certain degree, I would agree. I will agree. You understand? Especially when you're looking at local voting. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I mean, I would go as far as to say, and this is my opinion, I can't factually back it up 100%, but I would go as far as to say that a lot of our people that are in positions are appointed. You know, it's always been power to the people, and everybody knows this. You know, they call it the 1% for a particular reason, because there's a small amount of people that control the planet. You know, and the rest of the people, you know, are actually there to do their bidding. But if the word gets around, the truth gets around, you know, that these people are doing A, B, and C, they're affecting the planet in the most negative way. They're poisoning our food, you know. And why should food be free? Why shouldn't food be free? You know what I'm saying? Why shouldn't water be free? Why shouldn't electricity be free? You See, once we start questioning these things and seeing just how it's not just, one particular race of people are slaves, we all are. And that we can actually live in a utopia world if we all come together against people that want to enslave us. And if you don't know that you're a slave, then stop paying rent. Stop paying the water bill. Stop paying the light bill. And watch them cut everything off. And you'll be out there homeless in the streets begging. And that's another thing about the homeless people. A lot of people feel that, homeless people out there, they don't care, and it's this and that and so forth. And why don't they just get up and get a job? Well, first and foremost, you have to have two things in order to get a job. That's a street address, one, and two, a phone number where they can contact you, or rather reach you. Well, homeless people don't have that. And I used to have a friend that actually was homeless, that was in a homeless shelter. I used to visit her, every 2 or 3 days or whatever, because the shelters have strict rules as well, and it's difficult to be in a homeless shelter and let the person that the job that you're applying for, and let them know that you're in a homeless shelter. Like, they look down at people like that. So whenever you see a homeless person, everybody is not just sitting there begging. Most people want to actually get up and work and be successful just like we are. You understand? And then others have definitely, I'm not going to lie, definitely have gave up. They have caught on to this, they have caught on to how society is and how we as a whole are caught into a matrix. And they've definitely unplugged, and it's all about survival of the fittest. They're just trying to get by. And for those people, I can't fault them. You know what I'm saying? We're living in America. We're living in a capitalistic society. And slowly but surely, race is not mattering anymore. It's all about what? Class. See, now they get you with classism. So it just depends on how much or less money you have if you're living in like a place like Charlotte, North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? But see, that's another way that they divide you. Oh, I have more money than you. What? That's what it boils down to, like a materialistic thing. I have more money than you. I have a better car. I have a better house. I stay in a better area. And see, these are the things that I talk about. And this is the reason why I speak for those that don't have a voice. Yeah, a lot of people want to get out there and yell to the top of their lungs, this is not fair, and this is what's going on, and this and that, so forth. But how are you going to do it when you got to pay the rent? When you got to go to work? Third shift. You know what I'm saying? When you have children, you got to drop off at school and pick them up. When you got to go home and cook. And you got to sleep, you got to get a sufficient amount of sleep for the next day. So, being that I'm unplugged and I don't have what you call a conventional job, I mean, I work for myself, I'm an entrepreneur, times get rough, I'm not gonna lie, I've said this in several videos, times get rough, or I got a project that I'm gonna do, I need to do it, I need the extra money, I'll clock into somebody's job. I ain't too proud to work for someone, so don't get it twisted. I don't know if some of you all think that I'm elitist, I'm not. How can I be? And I live in the same type of neighborhoods you live in. And you all probably have more, better things than I have. You understand? So I'm not too proud to work for someone. But for the most part, I work for myself. I get up and I do what I have to do. I focus most of my life, like my daily life, my lifestyle overall is focusing on me and my family and I. So why not take the time? Being that I have the time to take out a couple minutes out of my day, and I have the knowledge, I'm constantly looking at the news, I've actually calmed the hell down, Pretty Ricky and I, man, shit, when we lived together, Oh man, we looked at CNN, Fox News, I mean from sun up to sundown. That's another nerd too. I'm laughing because I will call Pretty Ricky Grumpy Smurf, because that's what he is. You know what I'm saying? He's a grumpy Smurf. But for the most part, he's a nerd too, man. I mean, we love comic books, we love cartoons, Japanimation, I mean, some of everything. And it's so crazy because, like, people always get things misconstrued when it comes to, like, I'm not going to say I'm a project kid. I'll say a hood kid. You know what I'm saying? Pretty Ricky would officially be the project kid. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to hood kids, man, we not stupid. You know, when I lived in the hood, man, it was you had athletes in the hood. You had guys that can take a TV apart and put it back together. You had guys that were you know, like that can dress. You had womanizers. You know, you had crooks, you had robbers. The hood was diverse, at least when I lived in it. And a lot of us were highly intelligent. You know, I come from the 90s, so, you know, the rap was different. The rap was different. Like at the time I was coming up, you couldn't be like stupid being a rapper. You know, you had Keith Murray. This guy was spit most beautifulest thing in this world, and affidavitous, and all, he was coming up with crazy words. And that's what it was, you know, back then. That's what rapping was all about. Having a dictionary and a thesaurus right there while you was writing rhymes. So I come from that era of knowledge itself. You know what I'm saying? Your street scholars. You know, black organizations such as the Moorish Science Temple. You know, the Nation of Gods and Earths, where, you know, you had to learn your lessons. And if you didn't know your lessons, if a elder guy that was part of the nation, or another god, you know, would come up to you and say, yo, what's today's mathematics? And if you didn't know, you would get beat up. So it was the thing back in the days to know, to have knowledge. Knowledge itself. That's the era that I come from. You know, but now it's just totally different. You know, the rap has changed, and yeah, man, it's really totally different, man. And the nerds, not like nerds like Pretty Ricky and I, but the nerds that we picked on and we beat up in school, now they're running the world. You know, they're your Bill Gates. You know, Warren Buffett is, you know, I don't know if he's a mastermind, like, far as intelligent wise. You know, he's that man to make money. I've never known him to, you know, be that mastermind. But people such as Bill Gates, you know what I'm saying? Your man from Tesla, I forgot his name. You know, but those guys, they run the world. But yeah, man, you know, I'm always gonna be the voice for the voiceless. And now that you know that, I hope you all know that I'm intelligent. If you don't already know now, you know, I'm definitely going to continue to give you the knowledge, give you the information. You know, whatever I come across, you'll be the first to know on this channel. You know what I'm saying? Because this channel is not about me. Even though the channel is called Lifetimes of Langston 2092, it's all, in all actuality, it's about helping one another and just getting us to the highest, how can I put it, getting us to be the best that we can be, straight up. Sometimes I get tongue tied, and you know, this is all freestyle, so I don't have papers around on the walls that I'm reading off of and stuff like that. And maybe I need to go back to that. At one point in time, it was all structured, and you know, I was reading verbatim, and then I started sounding like a robot, and I was like, nah, let me just take it back to where it's barbershop talk. You know what I'm saying? For those that have been to a African-American barbershop, you would know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, I'm going to keep on spitting that knowledge, because that's what it's all about, man. Helping one another. Other than that, and also being a voice for the voiceless. Other than that, my name is Langston 2092. I want you to like, comment, subscribe, and definitely share this video. I'm out. Peace.